Welcome to Liberate Your Life podcast, a place where we come together and explore Ayurvedic wisdom, holistic healing, and spirituality, empowering individuals to explore their true nature and transform their life. I'm your host, Melinda Reese, Ayurvedic health expert, Panchakarma specialist, and founder of Tahoe Ayurveda. And I am here to help you transform your life. Welcome to episode 21, Why Oils? The Healing Benefits of Ayurvedic Oils. In this episode, I will explore why Ayurveda is so in love with oil and the healing benefits that it provides to the body, mind, and spirit. Ayurvedic oils are an essential part of the healing process in Ayurveda. I remember when I was in school and we were learning about the oils and the intake of ghee and the amount of ghee. I was like, oh, I am never going to take that much ghee. And now I can't get enough of ghee. And the oils have really changed my body, my nervous system, and really helped to lubricate and balance my vata, so the air and ether dosha that I get aggravated in. And especially living here in South Lake Tahoe, where it is extremely dry, the oils have really provided myself and my clients with so much nourishment and really helping to provide the balance for the tissues, the nervous system, and longevity. So why are these oils so important? What do they have? What do they offer? And why is Ayurveda so in love with these oils? So to begin with, oiling in Sanskrit is snehana, and snehana also means love. So this tremendous act of love and kindness. So this practice that we look at for oiling the body is this time to be deeply present with your body, this self-care practice to really nourish the tissues and to really honor that we're living in this physical body, and without this physical body, we would not be experiencing this human life. So we're here to be embodied, and when we take the time and the intention to really nourish this incredible body that houses our soul, it's this act of deep love and high regard that we have for ourselves. So this oiling means love. So really anchoring into this quality of loving embrace and really kind of just basking in these qualities of the oil that they offer. And oil is a natural product that we have in our body as well as the earth provides. So oils come from the seeds and the nuts, and then we also infuse them with different herbs. So there's all these different things that come through the oil. And so Ayurveda really has looked at nature throughout time to understand our human experience, because we do believe that we are nature. The elements exist within everything, and that we too are affected by what happens in nature. So when you look at the fall, right? So the end of this cycle of life for that time with the trees, for instance, is that their leaves are drying up, and other plants are drying up, and they're releasing their leaves, and they're falling to the earth, and they're decomposing, and they're going deep into the winter time. So what happens is our bodies too can become dry, and we definitely become drier in the later time of life. That is the vata time of life, but we can also become dry or have an imbalance in our bodies due to a vata aggravation. And when we think about the quality of dry creates brittle and can crack. And really, if you think about these healing qualities, that's like this unctuous, oily, like when things really have the lubrication that they need to rebuild and to mend and to fuse back together. But when our bodies are dry, there's this like splitting effect and this like crackle and this like way in which we feel dry and depleted, like our rivers are dried up, our lubrication is dried up, and we need that kapha. We need the lubrication to really continue to move and use these bodies. So it's all about the balance of the vata, pitta, and kapha in the body. It's having healthy kapha, having healthy pitta, having healthy vata. The healthy kapha helps to lubricate all of the experiences that we have in this body. The pitta really helps with digestion and clarity of mind. The vata is about movement and this very moving of the prana, right? Taking in life through the breath and really moving the prana and the energy through the body so that all these functionings can happen. So it's really important to balance. And one of the ways in which we really balance our everyday living is by incorporating these oils into our bodies. And the other part of that is that we experience life through our senses, right? We hear, we taste, we smell, we see, we feel. So we're looking at the eyes, the nose, the ears, the mouth, and the skin. And so we really have different applications for all of these things to bring lubrication to them, to really help with the integrity of the tissues, to relax the senses. We are definitely in a sensory overload and constantly processing more and more information at a rapid pace. And so it's really important to help honor and lubricate these channels and these pathways that really help us to connect and understand and interpret the world. And then that brings a deeper sense of harmony into our system. And especially with the skin is our biggest organ, and the skin really takes in this oil and helps with the elasticity and the longevity of the skin, especially in the aging process. Now, when we look at the quality of the oil is obviously oily, but it's also heavy and it's warm. And so when we look at the vata dosha, it's cold, light, mobile, and dry, and it's connected to the nervous system. So when we bring in this oil onto our body in these various applications, that really helps to balance the vata dosha. And in Ayurveda, we say like attracts like, and what we need often to return into a deeper state of balance is the opposite quality. So we have this vata quality that can really disturb the nervous system, the mind, the prana. And so when we're bringing in the oil, it really helps to nourish and ground and balance out that vata quality. Now, there are the 3 mind-body types, the vata, pitta, and kapha, and there are so many different oils. We always work with a base oil. We say sesame oil for vata, coconut oil for pitta, sunflower oil for kapha, and then we also mix those to create a certain balance. And so we have our base oils, and then we add to the base oils herbalized oils. And so there's a long menu of different oils, and what they do is they help to really be specific about someone's imbalance, and those oils are used to bring in this deeper healing component into these treatments that can then really directly nourish the mind, the digestion, the skin, the muscles and joints, the sensory deprivation, and really bring back the integrity. So the oils are designed to help bring in that balance into the body. When you go to see an Ayurvedic practitioner, we will recommend some type of oil, whether it's in your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your ears, on your skin, or enemas. And they really help to address, like I said earlier, the current state of imbalance, as well as just being a part of the daily routine and practice for overall health and longevity. And what's really important about the oil is that you warm it up. And the warmth, what that is the warmth really helps to open and move, invigorate, and really penetrate into the tissues, versus if the oil is cold, it just really sits on the surface and can actually become more of like a heavy ama, so kind of like more buildup of toxins, versus really helping to move that through the tissues wherever that oil is applied. So you really want to make sure that's warm. The easiest way is to just heat up water and then take the oil and put that in a metal or a glass jar and set that in. You never want to heat up the oil directly. And then before you're ever applying the oil onto your body, you want to test it to make sure it's not too hot or too cold. And then you want to apply it onto the body. And it's important also to work with an Ayurvedic practitioner to see what oil, how much, when, and where. So that's a really important thing. There's also videos. You can choose a base oil and do your daily massage, but it's really important to know which oil to use. And really the power, the healing power of the herbalized oils specific to your constitution and the out of balanced or aggravated state that you're currently experiencing. So check in with an Ayurvedic practitioner is super important. And so I want to go over some of the applications of the oil and what they're good for. Okay, so we have the oil in the nose, which we call nasya. And what you do is you apply, 4 to 6 drops of oil in each nose, and you really want to make sure that you inhale that back through the nasal canal. And that really is a direct pathway to the brain and consciousness. And that really helps to support mental clarity, the movement of prana, and opening the sinuses. We have oil for the ears, which we call karna. And they our ears allow us to hear, but they also offer balance and equilibrium. So we want to nourish a deeper state of balance and calm in the body as well as the psyche and spirit. So we also do the application of oil into the ears. We do oil in the mouth called oil pulling. And this is a part of the morning practice for oral care along with tongue scraping. And what you do is just put enough oil in your mouth so you can easily swish it around. You can do sesame oil or coconut oil. Some companies do have an herbalized oil for the mouth. And what that does is it helps to remove bacteria, improve the dental hygiene, and nourish the gum tissues. The oil on the skin, which is just one of my absolute favorites, especially as a Panchakarma specialist and Ayurvedic body worker. I work with so many people, and really what the oil massage offers is incredible. So it's also part of the daily self-care practice routine in Ayurveda. And what this does is it helps to nourish the skin. It helps to move the lymph, the energy, and the blood. It helps to nourish the muscles and the joint. So it's this incredible ancient practice that offers such a deep nourishment, balance, and longevity to the body. We have oil enemas, and this is done to help balance the Vata dosha. And so Vata is seated in the colon, and really the colon is where we really want to make sure that we're having daily bowel movements and removing the toxins from our body. And so sometimes we'll recommend doing an oil enema to really help move those toxins, make sure that the apana vayu, which is one of the directions of Vata in the body, the down and out, is moving correctly. It also helps to eliminate heat from the body and any toxic buildup. So the enemas are super important. They help to nourish the internal tissues, purify the body, support mental clarity, and calm the nervous system. So again, Ayurveda is so in love with these oils, and our favorite one is ghee to actually use internally in our food. And what ghee is when we look at dairy is typically cold and heavy. And when we make ghee, we're actually removing the milk solids and we're having a pure fat, and it becomes warm and light. So warm and light it's easy to digest. It warms and nourishes the digestive fire. It creates this sweet hum and burn to really help assimilate and process the foods. It helps to go directly to the nourishing the reproductive organs and our ojas, which is like our overall vitality. It nourishes the tissues. It's absolutely delicious. We also use it topically in beauty products, using it on the face and the feet. So ghee is amazing. We are absolutely in love with ghee. So the healing benefits of Ayurvedic oil. Again, thinking about we want to nourish our tissues, nourish our senses, really bring in this moisture and longevity into our bodies. And it's a natural product. Use organic oils on your body. We also say that, if you put something on your body, you want to make sure that you'll actually put that in your mouth as well, because that it's a direct line into everything that you are. And so it's really important to choose your products wisely. And thank you for tuning in today while I shared the healing benefits of Ayurvedic oil. Thank you for joining me on Liberate Your Life podcast. You can connect with me on Instagram at melindareese.co or check out my website, melindareese.com, and sign up for your free discovery call and explore our work together. I have a few new programs that I'm super excited to offer. I have a food-based cleanse, Nourish Your Mind, and Life Purpose Breakthrough. Hope to connect with you someday soon and enjoy the beautiful oil and all the healing benefits that it provides.